All right, so thanks again for coming back. We are now done with the break, so let's go ahead and move over to the other screen so we could do our short live 2D debut and discussion.
Let's go.
All right, so here we are. Let me just add the music so it doesn't sound so lonely right over here. Perfect. Okay, so here we are, everybody. This is the live 2D debut portion, and as you can see, let's just go ahead and acknowledge our previous forms, as you could see. So, from left to right, these were all of the costumes that were done for me by Milas, and he was actually the one who did the very first costume on the left for free for me as part of a VTuber starter pack. So all my backgrounds, all my emotes and everything, my logos, he did that to me for free. And yeah,
respect.
He said he saw the passion that Ren Connect and I had when we started. So he supported us by giving that for free, but every other model after, he decided to give us to charge us, and that was fair. So that's where we were, and if you could see, the very first one on the left is the one with the signature rainbow jacket, the Oshanka Russian winter hat, and then the next one in the middle is actually based from my Animal Crossing New Horizons character.
Oh. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes. So
I can see it.
So this was before I had like the final rainbow theme planned, but even back then I already had a love of stars, which you can see in the live 2D model as well. So I loved stars, and I loved the color red.
Same.
So
same.
Right?
My God. Same for both.
So it was something that I wanted to integrate in that model, but I never really used it because it's like, I know it just doesn't seem like on brand as much as the rainbow jacket, but I wanted to get something also in for like a more Filipino look. So that's where we got the costume on the right, which is the one with the Barong Tagalog base. But I didn't want like a rainbow Barong Tagalog, so I got a half cape draped over the left shoulder, so it looks kind of like, how like Ezio and all of those people and everything. So there's the inspiration there, and you can't see it, but that's the one with the cape, with the cane, excuse me. And I'm mentioning all of these because all the elements from all of this were eventually used in my live 2D model. So we'll go ahead and do it like how the corpos do it. So we're gonna go from feet first on that. So we'll do that over here. So okay. So as you can see, we got plain white Crocs. Well, there are Crocs without holes, but I guess you could call these Birkenstocks or Gators, I suppose. Off-brand everything. Panma, how would you have felt if I told you to put holes on the Crocs?
I will die.
More texturing, I suppose.
Because when I was rigging the feet are always usually the last thing I do. I was like, man, I'm so glad Serjay didn't ask me to put the holes in. I mean, I can still do it. I'll still be able to do it, but I'm just glad that it wasn't there.
All right. Well, good thing we got that cleared up. So, and then when we go here, as you can see, in contrast to my old designs, we have some skin exposure. yes, we're trying. We're a little bit more open. So the design philosophy of the new model, just so you know, is that this is supposed to be something that I could actually cosplay. Because with my older models, as you can see, they all have like very long sleeves, gloves, very pants, winter theme, and I don't really feel that it fits the Philippine. It doesn't really fit the Philippine type of feel that I'm going for. So that's why I decided to go for something that's a little lighter, something that I would actually wear, and a little bit more skin exposure because we wanna give a little fan service to the community. You know what I mean?
Real.
Yeah,
You gotta show some skin for the content.
I know, right? And here, shorts, yellow shorts. So very plain and simple. You know, I told. Oh yeah, it's not in the safe ref sheet. But yeah, I told Panma, okay, Panma, you really gotta put more detail in my legs. I'm proud of my legs. But I told you, didn't I?
I mean, I was able to do it.
Yes, you did, but not on the safe model. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you can see, like on my third model, I do have a cane, and the cane it's just a simple cane, but it has a mic stand on it, and where I can rest my hands. So in lore, I'm supposed to be able to use this for like interviews, but I can also bonk people in it and use my powers to make it like a sword or a gun, something like that. You don't really need to do well on it, but yeah. And we have the gloves, fingerless gloves. Fingerless gloves are the best. Don't quote me on
True.
right?
True.
True.
As Panma with the fingerless gloves also representing, yes.
I like fingerless gloves. I don't know why.
I like fingerless gloves because they make me feel like all my favorite fighting game heroes, like Ryu and Terry. So,
Yeah, it just looks so cool.
right? And speaking of Terry, if for those who don't know, that's one of the reasons why I have like a lot of star imagery on my model, because he's the original reason why I like the color red, wearing hats and stars, because he's my favorite, one of my favorite fighting game characters. So yeah, that's why we have all the stars here. In the back, it was supposed to be like a giant white star as well, but that would be like too much like Terry. So I put like the regular Serjay badge at the back. And yeah, so just simple red t-shirt, and then a little bit of... I put my shoulder bag here because I like wearing a shoulder bag. Okay, chat, Panma and Beans, you can also ask here. Do you want to wear a shoulder bag like this or around your waist? Which is better?
Like that. Like that.
Okay, I guess... You know what? When I shared the model with you, Panma, I think I also told you that I wanted to try the waist pack version of this.
Did you?
Yeah, I was...
I don't remember actually.
Oh, right, maybe I didn't. But I wanted to use a waist pack version because I wanted to like make it like a better like border between like the bright red and then the bright yellow, that sort of thing.
Ah.
Yeah, but I thought the bag, without the bag, it would look like my chest was a little too plain. There wouldn't be too much
That's
detail.
true.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it's where you went with this because the division for the red and the yellow on the waist is already, the stars are already doing the work with that, and if you put the bag on it, it's gonna be a bit cluttered, and then you're right, it would be empty on the chest area.
And also, it would really make me look like a Tito. Certified
Yeah.
Tito core. And yeah, so there's that. And I also have my 2 dog tags there. which at the time I wore a lot. But yeah, even if you're not in the military, they have like dog tags which contain like, I have these sicknesses, I have these allergies, contact this person in case of emergency. So, something you could get. It's actually a pretty nice idea. But there, I have the rainbow imagery there, and I do still have the rainbow scarf that Serena actually has. So this was taken from Serena, actually. I didn't want to have an off-shoulder cape anymore, but I wanted to keep like the scarf, so because I actually have an IRL rainbow scarf made for me by Alab, a VTuber, Alab VT. So
That's cool.
Yep, because I remember that there was we discussed getting a custom rainbow jacket, but it's so hard and expensive to get one. So
true.
might as
The
well
multiple colors and all that.
right. So might as well just get a scarf, and it was crocheted by her and sent over to me.
I actually saw that because that's the very image you sent to me as reference for this model.
Yes.
Yeah. So this actual costume, actually exists in real life.
Yes. So I actually modeled this for Panma. So I maybe some changes of colors here and there. There are no stars on my red shirt, but I can actually go to a convention wearing this outfit, and it's pretty similar. And yeah, and just the last touch, as you could see, we still have the red headphones from the classic Serjay costume. We have my hat, as you could see. It's not a regular cap. It's a newsboy cap, and instead of the classic, and now we have the badge instead of the KJR to give it a little more color. And yeah, this is pretty much what we look like in general. So now I'm gonna go put the Live2D model here on screen so you could see what it actually looks like in motion. So I'm gonna leave you down there, Panma. Yeah.
Goodbye.
All right, here we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and right now we only have 2 toggles. So this is the one that I usually have, and this is the callback to the classic Serjay pose, if you recall my GIF model. So Panma, thank you very much. After 2 years, I can finally put my arms down.
No wonder you don't use the other one that much.
Right? I can finally put it down. And the only other toggle is that I can take off my scarf. So as you can see, I'm wearing a polo shirt with a collar on it. I'm gonna put the scarf back on. But the question, Panma, is there anything else that I can take off?
None, sadly.
I see.
None as of the moment. Only the scarf.
I see.
Only the scarf for now.
Well, if ever we have any more that you're willing to take off, just let me know.
It won't be safe for stream anymore. Joe,
It doesn't.
you can take off the bag maybe next time.
Well, we don't have to do it on Twitch. We could do it on OnlyHues, is what I'm saying.
Pang-ibang site daw.
$50. Take what off? That's the question. Never mind. No one have to think about that. But yep. So as you can see, these like what I mentioned with Panma, those are the only toggles. Everything else is just my facial expressions. So like this. So I really have to, again, adjustments wise, I still have to do this so I don't have my mouth open like this. So I have to smile to close my mouth. I've been doing this for 2 hours now.
Respect.
Maybe you can change that up in the settings so that you won't have a hard time.
I suppose. And then the wide eyes, as you can see over here. The only thing I notice is that with my cap, my brows are a bit covered, but I could live with it. It's just something I only notice now. And close my eyes. But I guess this is okay because I always look like this anyway.
It's
Chill.
pretty accurate to
Chill bedroom
a newsboy
eyes.
cap type of hat.
Yep.
It's fine.
Gotta, like, yeah. So, what were now it's your turn, Panma. Like, what were the challenges that you encountered when you were trying to model this Live2D?
Oh, first of all, the headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, the couch joke. I'll elaborate. So, well, as far as Live 2D rigs go, I really did have a hard time with the cap in the headphone combo because the headphones I actually was lucky to have seen a specific tutorial on how to rig one, and the process to do it is actually to draw the parts of the headphones in a different way, and that is like separate the parts of it instead of just well, instead of just using the one from the drawing. So I drew the headphone, like the ear, the circle, and the side of the circle, and the band, and I also like drew the center of the headband, and then couple that with the cap that's over, that's under the headphone pala.
Mm-hmm.
So it really was a challenge, and I think that's what really gave me a hard time, but it's worth it because when I actually was able to do it, I was showing Beans and oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. And I'll show it to Beans and I'll be like, look what I cooked, look what I cooked.
Yeah, true. That's how it happened.
Oh my god, I can't believe I did this. And then there's a lot of there is actually a lot of challenges with the layering of the layers because the way Live 2D works is you take these 2D drawings and the way it can emulate a 3D look is via illusion. So you have to know how to manipulate these layers, how to morph them, how to layer them properly to give this illusion of a 3D look. And that's what I do. That's why you can see like the headphones look 3D, and when I showed it on Twitter, people were actually like, "Whoa, oh, you cooked, you actually cooked with this," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm proud of what I did because wow, that was hard." But yeah, when I was really working with Live 2D, it's really a lot of knowing what to it's a lot of resourcefulness, knowing how to manipulate layers the easiest way you can, because when you try to morph a 2D layer too much, it tends to get too distorted and it doesn't look right anymore. So it's a lot of that knowledge and a lot of experimentation. And I made your model after flows. So I learned a lot from rigging flows model, and I was able to at least put those improvements in your model as well. And I was actually wanting to put the hand tracking too, but I ran out of time because I only have like a month of subscription left, and it's very expensive for me. So I was like, I told Serjay I can't do it anymore. I just put the toggles,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe in the future we can still update it.
Yeah.
But for now, yeah. Everything else is pretty, you know, after I was done with the head, everything was just smoother.
That's true. And even it, like you said, like you ran out of time. We were actually on a deadline because Panma, not I didn't impose a deadline on Panma, but Panma was saying, "Okay, Serjay, we gotta finish this ASAP because because my subscription is running out." Like it's like, okay,
Yeah.
Panma, just do what you can, all right, and then we'll figure that
It's
part out.
software imposed deadline. Sadly, I
That
could have like spent more time with it, but yeah, it is what it is. A lot of stuff happened.
that well, I'm very happy that you were able to pull through. And Luna says that apparently I tortured you with my headphones.
Kind of joke.
Honestly, I thought you would be. It would be more of a challenge to get all the rainbow colors right.
No. So what I do with the textures, if you try to move around, you see like some of the textures like actually disappear and move around a little
Mhm.
to actually, it's kind of like not as noticeable right now because I think your settings is a bit, it's not moving as much.
Mhm.
Pero what I do there kasi, like I mentioned, the illusion of the 2D is there is like a mask,
Mhm.
there's like a clipping mask, and you draw the textures way, way beyond the the coloring, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Way beyond the lines.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then you clip it into a base layer.
Mm.
And that's how I was able to do it. So the rainbow part isn't as hard. Plus, I already drew you
Mhm.
multiple times, and I actually just pick color from those colors. And interesting thing is, I still follow Milos's original,
Mhm.
swirly design, but I kind of put my own twist into it, and it was actually like approved by Milos as well, and he was so amazed by it. And I still cannot forget that because this was from a certain specific art.
Mhm.
And it was like he was like, "Oh, Panma, you did the color so well. The color, I cannot move on from it." And then it's a specific art. You know what I'm talking about, Serjay.
Mhm.
It's a specific artwork,
Yeah. Yeah.
but for some reason he was so fixated on the color, and I actually feel proud about that because the original artist was like approving of my rendition of his pattern. And the way I to my own style is because if you notice, my art style in general has this color palette of its own,
Mhm.
and I really had to work the rainbows into my own, my own art style. And I tried to have this certain system
Mhm.
of which colors should go with each other. So for example, red can only go beside orange or yellow or violet, and
Mm.
then yellow could only go beside red or green. You're gonna notice that once I point it out, there's a certain specific pattern that I do, and I still try to follow the swirly pattern because that's what makes it unique. That's what makes it Serjay.
Mm.
So yeah, that's kind of. And then I also like the blue is the most. I mean, the least prominent actually, because blue is such a strong color, and even in the rainbow itself, the real life rainbow, it's the shortest one because it's such a strong color. And it is, I forgot the science of it, so I kind of just like followed that. Red is the most prominent, it's the longest arch, and then blue is the shortest arch. And then it's a lot of experimenting until I finally got it right, and I just try to follow that pattern. And you can see it on the character sheet that I made too, but
Mhm.
it's not as apparent because it's kind of hard to explain when I put it in words. But no, I at least get a chance to explain it now.
Mhm. And yeah, I see if you zoom in really well, especially with the knot on the scarf, if I move left to right, yeah, I could see like the colors are really beginning to shift as well with the
Yeah.
pattern. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. Okay.
It's very, very subtle. Even with the stars, actually, you can like see it shift a little. It's because that's the
Oh.
illusion, quote unquote, that I did. That you're moving, right? So of course the texture is gonna disappear into the back, if that makes sense.
I see. I see. Okay. And we talked about the challenging parts, but what was your favorite part of the art and the rigging process for me?
Oh, no, my favorite part should be the physics. Like, I don't know. It was so much fun. It was so much fun rigging the physics,
Mm-hmm.
and because you yourself actually, what do you call it, suggested bounciness to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a big fan of super bouncy models, so I try to make it work to the confines of what I feel is acceptable, because in my opinion, too much bounciness kind of feels a little bit too floaty and unrealistic. So the first one I actually showed you, right, was the glasses, because
Yeah.
I actually just experimented on it. And yeah, when the person moves his head, it's like gonna move the glasses a bit, I guess. So just put some bounce on it, and you actually liked it. So I guess it stays. And because that was like kind of unintentional, but I just experimented, but it's there now. And then the scarf is also like, actually the whole model is actually kind of bouncy, because there is kind of something I did to it, which is harder to explain to uh, casual viewers. But basically, there's something I did to the model itself that when you move your head around, it feels a little bit bouncier. And that's also what I did with Flo's model. And one of my favorite parts actually is the dog tag, even though it's so small, because oh sorry. Oh wait, let me just
It's okay.
so oh my god. That is, let me see if that's gone.
I'll read the chat first. So Nue says, as someone who equips the glasses item daily, I can confirm they bounce ever so slightly when I move my character, which is true. Julian says, smug Serjay. Yes, I am naturally smug. And what's this? Luna says, the bounce is actually on Serjay's eyes. I guess so.
Actually, good catch. Yeah, there's also some bounce. It's a lot of bouncing. Very subtle.
I really told Panma when we were working together, like, Panma, we need to have jiggle physics.
Yeah, there really needs to be a lot. So going back to my favorite part, the dog tag, is because I don't know. It feels like I like seeing it jiggle because the way I did it was the timing of the two tags aren't exactly the same, and it feels kind of realistic. Same with the zipper, actually. Same with
Yeah.
the zipper.
Mhm.
It was fun. That was actually the most fun part, seeing it all come together with the physics and all.
That's very, very nice. And also, if you go all the way down, I can move one foot ever so slightly. You could see over there. So I can
Yeah.
move my right foot a bit. Chat, start spamming the chat. I'm gonna give you a free step on chat redeem right now.
Let's go.
Yeah, you can't redeem it right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah, okay, chat, you like that? Yeah. Yes.
For free?
Yeah, for free. Yeah, they get to taste my Crocs. Yes, that's right. Okay, there we go. So we don't have to be very degen anymore. But yeah, that's where we are, and this is the evolution from where we were here before, and then we moved over to this one. So we have changed quite a lot. So thank you so much, Panma, for working with me on this. I know that there were quite a few challenges, but you pulled it off splendidly, and I thank you for continuing to work with me. The question is, will you do more Live2D models in the future?
That I'm not sure yet. Maybe for a certain price. I don't know. I'm not sure because I feel like if I am gonna do models again, I am really more comfortable doing it with my own drawings because
Mm-hmm.
if it's other, if it's other art styles, I feel like I wouldn't be able to capture as much as I would like because, you know, I'm not the best yet. And Live2D is such an expensive software, so it's gonna take a long time. So if ever maybe if I do the if I do the drawing myself or if it's something I feel like I could work with,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
I
Yeah,
see.
I am not sure yet. Let's just see. I don't wanna set anything in stone. Also, I just want to mention pala is
Mm.
the reason I have the toggle of the original Serjay pose is I really do wanna still uh, call back to the original models and as also as respect for Milos himself because I do think he's an amazing artist and we wouldn't be here without him because he's the one who gave you the original art. So I was like, I could do even though Sergey wants to put his hands down now.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I wanna put a tribute to it somehow. So yeah, that's that's kind of my way. Shout out to Milos.
Shout
True,
out
true.
indeed. And thank you so much for that. And yes, I also want to mention as well, it was a very long time coming, and I thank you for being very supportive of this work. I know it wasn't easy, but we were able to pull it off. So good job. And this is what we're going to be using moving forward. I still have yet to test it with actual games, so we'll see. But for now, I'll go ahead and I need a clip for when we're going to be ending the chat. So, guys, I need you to start spamming again so I can step on you again, please, for this one. I'm giving you free step redeems, but yeah, I don't have like steppies and everything. Yeah, you like that. You like that, Chet,
I
don't
was
you?
contemplating putting it, but I kind of had a hard time doing it.
Yo, you don't have to worry about that. I'll do the stepping myself. Just kidding. All right. Thank you very much, chat, for that. So I think we're here, and this is enough for today. And tomorrow, don't forget we have another podcast stream tomorrow. I'll be interviewing Luna Silverfire tomorrow
Let's go.
this time. So let's see if Luna will be able to survive this as well. But in the meantime, I'm done for today. Again, thank you so much to my guests, Panma and Cool Beans. Make sure you go ahead and follow them. Commission Panma. Make sure you get some art. Panma does amazing art and art. So yes, so we'll go ahead and leave it at that. You don't need to think about it anymore. But yes, we're gonna be talking to the Luna Silverfire tomorrow. So will I survive Luna? That is the question. Panma, Beans, do you have any final words before we begin the raid?
My final words would be thank you everyone for I already did my final words before. But thank you so much everyone for supporting Serjay and me and for tuning into this 3.5 hour stream. Wow.
We've
And
been
I
yap.
had a lot of fun. Thank you.
I had a lot of fun too. Beans, how about you?
Same. Thanks, guys.
All right.
He's
Well,
a man of a few words.
but he with many actions. But yes, thank you very much, everyone, again for your time, and I hope that this stream brought a little more color to your day. Again, my name is Serjay, saying you take care, always stay safe, and keep the world turning. Bye now. Salamat, Svek. Love y'all.
Salamat, Svek.